How's it going? So, I went to a couple movies recently. I went to see A Quiet Place Day 1 and Inside Out 2. And when I saw A Quiet Place, I noticed, pretty sure for the first time, that I've noticed it at least, and this is at a Marcus Theater, by the way. They played, there's the ads that play for like a half an hour before the movie starts, right? And then they dim the lights, trailers begin. Okay? Maybe they did do this one or two other showings previous to this second most recent one that I've seen. But they dim the lights, then they start playing the trailers. And then, the movie's supposed to start, but no. And I mean, a lot of movie theaters these days do have, Nicole Kidman talking about how great movies are. And then at a Marcus Theater, it's old Greg talking about why he's hilarious. And, but now, there was a Google ad. And this is pretty crazy. And it's a slippery slope, I think. It's not a great direction to be going in, I think. Because when I went to Inside Out just a few days ago, I saw that not only did they play the same Google ad, but they also did an ad for some local business, or maybe it was like a car company. But the point is, now there's two more ads. So if you were just kind of maybe timed it just right to get to the movie theater, and you're like, well, I don't need to have to sit through, that pre-roll. That's just for the people who want to get there very early. I could just get there when I know the trailers begin. But no, you also gotta sit through an ad, don't ya? And I understand, looking at my notes here, I understand theaters are dying or whatever, so they need to make money. But I feel like this is not the way. This is not helping with how much we already are exposed to advertisements in our day-to-day. Even if you pay money to try to not see them anymore, like if you have YouTube Premium, and I mean, everybody these days has got a sponsorship, so you gotta kind of manually skip through that. Most people do. So, and then I guess movies now, you're paying a ticket to watch a movie. Not to watch TV, not to watch cable at home 2 months later when that same movie is going to be playing on cable. You're paying to watch that movie first in theaters. And now you're being exposed to ads because I guess that ticket isn't enough, huh? And I know, what are they supposed to increase ticket prices? And people are already complaining about that. First of all, movies are one of the cheapest things you can do, especially if you go on like a deal Tuesday and you don't get concessions. $7 or whatever per person. And either way, old Greg maybe shouldn't be then putting so much money into his little personal marketing campaign to let us all know that he's super funny and all that. This is my attempt at one of those, rage-filled YouTube videos. That's all the rage, right? Or maybe it was in like 2017. Anyways, though, I think this is not the worst. Anyways, though, I feel like perhaps the worst is yet to come. Because look what happened to streaming services. And I mean, movie theaters have been around so much longer than streaming services, but both things have kind of had to adapt. More so, streaming services have felt the need to adapt in terms of introducing ads and just making it basically cable again. But movie theaters haven't really adapted as much as everyone else, and for that reason they're still kind of falling. Not as much as streaming services are making people angry because of the ads, but I would not put it past movie theaters to take this one step further, and this does seem like a big step, but it's one step. One giant leap, if you may. Putting ads not just between the trailer and the movie, but perhaps within the movie itself. I know. It's pretty crazy. It'd be pretty monumental. And whichever theater decides to do that first is surely not going to get, if there's any other choice in your area, you're not going to go to the one with the ads in the movies. But what if they then decide to make a much cheaper ticket than even now? Maybe it's like a $5 ticket, except it's got, maybe it's just got like 2 15, 30-second commercials, and they're kind of integrated into the movie like how cable does. It's not just like, it's not going to just like pause it and, freeze frame. They're going to, make it nicer, as nice as you can have something like that. And maybe they work with the creators of the movie to figure out, I don't know, I just do the same thing that they do for TV movies, just to figure out which place during the movie would be the best to have a commercial break. So then they would make tickets cheaper, and then maybe they wouldn't get so much less business if there's even that option, that choice to begin with. Like if you're in a bigger city, maybe you've got 2 or 3 different chains of theaters, maybe even a couple small theaters. But otherwise, if you don't have those alternate options, then you're kind of stuck with the theater that has the ads. But again, going back to that, maybe they make a cheaper ticket with the ads, and then maybe they hike up the price to have maybe like a $12 ticket or something. I don't know if maybe that is just standard, maybe like a $15 ticket without ads, and now you're paying for a premium. And I mean, this seems completely out of the question. Why would they ever do that? But so I think so did YouTube having multiple ads. The last time I had YouTube with no ads, because I get premium, I pay for premium, and that's also what I use my music for. I don't have to defend myself. But last time I had YouTube with ads, it was 2 ads that they could play in a row, and I'm pretty sure it might be up to 5 now. How terrible it would be if you're laughing at me for the low estimate. But I'm pretty sure I heard somebody being like, and I mean, there wouldn't be like 5 30-second ads, but still. The point is, I think that seemed out of the question in the past, but look at where we are now. It's a real shame how much everything relies and how much everything gives in to advertising and marketing. Just that whole industry it just sucks everything with it. It's evil in so many other ways beyond that. But just from an artistic point of view, it's just tragic. So hopefully that this worst case scenario, ads in movie theaters, like during the movie, I mean, hopefully that never happens. But I don't think having them between the trailer and the movie, that seemed like, I mean, they were already kind of pushing it with their little thing that Marcus Theaters does with their little big, like, showing off the sound systems and stuff like that, like a ball and then water, you know, that kind of thing that they were playing. And then some movies will have that little thing, like Tom Cruise will thank everybody for coming to the movies, and movies are back, and thanking people for watching their movie. That was fine, but now it's ads. Now it is an established place that if you give them enough money, probably a lot more money than it would cost to have it before the trailers, because now you know most people are going to see that ad. Not everybody comes before the trailers. Maybe they catch a couple ads and then they see the trailers and then the movie, but now most people are coming in at least for the trailers, and then they're gonna definitely see your ads. So that's gonna be a big premium ad space. It's gonna be sought after, and then the more that gets sought after, the more they're gonna allow more ads to get into that space. Of course, eventually that would get so cluttered that they're like, well, we probably can only maybe do 4, 5, 30-second long ads between a trailer and the movie before it becomes pretty excessive, and then people really complain. And then it's when they're like, well, what about a discounted ticket with ads in the movie? Does that seem that far-fetched? I don't think so. Anywho, hopefully this was entertaining. I changed my mind on putting new videos every Friday and trying to get myself to do that, because as a wise old man once said,
you can't rush art.
So I'd like to give myself time, give myself less stress, because I enjoy doing this. So and I've seen so many 40-minute long YouTube videos telling me to just do things and not wait for when inspiration hits or whatever. This video, I did let inspiration hit, so. But anyways, alright, I'll see you in the next video, whenever that may be. Hopefully not in like 3 months or whatever. Okay, bye.